Well, hello, my lovely fire signs. Hello, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. This is your reading for December 2025. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Mind, Body, Soul Evolution. My name is Debbie, and we're pulling cards today for our lovely fire signs for the month of December. So this is for, again, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So if you have friends that are fire signs, feel free to share this with them. Help them out a little bit. And let's get started right away. We have Mercury has stationed direct as of today. Today's the 29th. Saturn has stationed direct, so we have a lot of energy happening. We are in the last fire sign of the zodiac. We are in Sagittarius season, so things are heating up. Things are getting really excited. I love being a Sagittarius, as you can probably tell. But it's like the whole world is just lit up. The whole world is decorated for the holiday season. So maybe we lean into some of the energy. So Aries, let's see what the cards hold for you during the month of December, shall we? Let's get right into it. And your first card is card number 39. We are all sisters and reflect the divine in one another. I love this card. It's one of my favorite cards. It reminds me of the Three of Cups in the Tarot. And we'll go right to your tarot reading. So again, this is for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. A lot of spiritual awarenesses are coming into play for all the signs lately. So let's see what this holds, and especially your first card, right? We are all sisters and reflect the divine in one another. So that means we are all one. We are all from the same source. And we are all a reflection of each other, different elements or aspects of each other, right? So let's see what the tarot holds for our Aries friends as we move into this Sagittarius season. So this is the 29th of November. I should be posting this. Well, we'll see when it's posted. It'll probably be tomorrow, the 30th. We have the Knight of Cups face up. Let's see what else comes out for our Aries friends. We have two cards face down, the Knight of Cups face up. Here we go. Seven of Pentacles, a Five of Wands. Very Queen of Cups. And on the root of the deck, Six of Pentacles. And I love this deck. What deck is this? I forget. But I love this deck with the sunflowers. Six of Pentacles is on the root of the deck. So that is being of a generous heart. Right? So it does not necessarily mean financially generous, right? But being generous in your heart center. Generous with your time, your wisdom, your knowledge. Just spending time with people, especially people who are hurting. We have Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, two knights right next to each other. Six of Wands. You have Six of Wands and Six of Pentacles. So you have two knights, two sixes. Seven of Pentacles, Five of Wands, Queen of Cups. So again, the root of the reading for our Aries friends, right? Generosity. And generosity is also allowing yourself to receive. We tend to believe that generosity is constantly giving. But it's also reciprocal, allowing yourself to receive generosity in as well. And for you to be generous to yourself. Knight of Pentacles, right? Knight of Cups, Six of Wands. This is really interesting because Six of Wands is about being recognized, being celebrated for your accomplishments, whatever those accomplishments are. And for our Aries friends, I'm getting the feeling there's either a new love coming in to you or a new relationship coming in for you, or someone that you know is going to reveal their feelings for you. That's the sense that's coming up. That's the sense that's coming up. Knight of Pentacles, right? The Knight of Pentacles, he is the planner. He's not moving too quickly. He's got his map in his hand. And, you know, he's following the map, but he's being very specific. He's being very specific on how he gets to his destination and at what pace. The Knight of Cups, he is by far the most romantic knight in the deck. He's not afraid to spill his heart out. I mean, even looking at this, like, he's just, and it looks like he has a gift to give you. He's playing a game, you know, there's a chess game here, but he's got a shell here, which could be an oyster shell or a clam shell, and it looks like he's got something to give you, like he's going to offer you a gift. Everything is illuminated here. So again, for some of our Aries friends, there is a possibility that someone is going to reveal their feelings to you. For some, it might be an engagement. I feel a lot of love coming in for our Aries friends. 7 of Pentacles, 5 of Wands, Queen of Cups. You're finally starting to come in to an emotional space that feels safe. And that's very interesting, Aries. It feels like you've been doing a lot of healing work on the inside for a while. Navigating through past pains, maybe childhood trauma. And it's been a bit of a battle, right? Like, who do I believe? What direction do I go in? Is this one trustworthy? Is this person not? But you're learning to find your grounding and your footing. And this could be coming back to the Knight of Pentacles, like taking your time, making sure you check everything before you go to the next step, before you actually start to let someone in. Yeah. It almost feels like you've been battered around a little bit, like you've gone from person to person, not in a salacious way, but there's been several people almost in a row that have been dishonest with you, Aries, and that is ending. You've done a lot of internal work, right? The 7 of Pentacles, it's like taking a look at how far you have come in your could be work, but this is more about your personal growth. And you're finally learning to trust yourself, leaning into the things that really stir you and the things that feel good and right for you. This could come from you finally allowing someone to be generous for you, to give to you without, and realizing that there's no expectation on their part. They just want to give because it makes them feel good, because they feel like you deserve it. Again, you have the Knight of Cups right here with the 6 of Wands. There's a big feeling like there's like the sun coming over the horizon. Although you don't have the sun card, it looks like the sun is coming over the horizon, like a new light is being shined upon you, however it is that you say that. And this could be someone that will see you in a whole new light. This could be someone who sees you in a whole new way. And it could be someone who's been a friend for a very long time, then all of a sudden they go, oh, wait a minute. Like, hey, I'm having this feeling. And it could very well come as a surprise to the person, because as you see in this chess game, there's a piece here he's holding on to that doesn't belong. And it's like, where did this come from? Like, this is not part of who we are. So some surprises coming your way, Aries. This is all good things. Again, take a look at how much work, the work that you've done, the groundwork that you've done on yourself is going to bring you into a place of learning to trust yourself and learning to love yourself as well. So if there has been a time where you felt disconnected from your intuition and from your emotions, you may have been feeling emotions, but they may not have been your true emotions. They may have been emotions triggered by events more so than intuition. So Aries, there's a lot of good things coming your way in December. Let the heart space open. You've done the work, right? The path is already laid out for you. Allow yourself to be seen. Sorry, that's my cat, Martini, watch out. Allow yourself to be seen in a whole new light. Somebody is taking notice of you, Aries. Somebody is noticing you. And I would not be surprised if somebody, sometime in the month of December, starts to share their heart and their feelings with you. Aries, that is your reading for December. This is exciting. And thank you for starting this reading off with such loveliness. This is beautiful. It's a great way to begin our reading for our fire sign. So that is for Aries. Hello, Leo. How is Leo? Happy December to my lovely Leo friends. Okay, turn the cards the other way. And let's see what the cards hold for my Leo friends. All right, there's a card upside down in here. Leo, how are you? How is your Mercury retrograde? Now that we are done, today's the 29th, so Mercury finally stations direct. Saturn is already direct, so there's a big old green light that says go for it, right? So what are you going for, Leo? Let's see what the cards hold for our lovely Leos for the month of December. I am on the right path and divinely guided. This is the second card in a row that had the word divine in it. And Leo, this is such a luscious picture, and I don't generally use the word luscious. There is your, look at that. What a card of freedom, right? She's just got her arms over her head. She's under the full moon. She's in the water. And she's like, I know I am on the right path. She's almost surrendering to the divine guidance, surrendering to her intuition. Leo. And if by chance, if any of my Leo friends go out and go into the water underneath the full moon and want to pose like this, send your pictures in. We'd love to see that. Maybe slightly filtered, depending on the picture. But I love this. I am on the right path and divinely guided. And I will tell you, Leo, I've had this deck for several years. I don't recall this card ever coming out. So let's see what the tarot holds for our Leo friends as you recognize your path and trust in the guidance. The guidance of the divine creator, universe, or whatever it is you call it. But that is also the guidance that is within you and leaning into that space within. It's a big thing to be able to do that, Leo. So, yeah, congratulations and thank you for this. What does the tarot hold for our Leo friends for December as they recognize their path and the guidance within? There we have 3. We'll take 2 more. We have 4 cards out. Rather, we'll take 2 more. We'll turn over then the root card of the. Okay, hold on. Not all of these cards, but 2 cards. Okay, Page of Swords and 4 of Pentacles. Upright. What is going on here? So, and the root of the deck for our Leo friends. The Hermit. And this is, she is receiving the divine download straight into her crown chakra. Look at this. Underneath the full moon, and she's underneath the full moon, and she's just like, yes, it's here. I'm receiving it. And here you have on the root of the deck, the Hermit, allowing that divine download just to make its way into your crown chakra. I love it. I love it. So what do we have for our Leo friends? 8 of Swords. Judgment. Temperance. Sagittarius energy. Knight of Swords. Page of Swords. 4 of Pentacles. And the Hermit on the root. You have 3 out of 7 cards. 7 cards. 3 are major arcanas. So these are the big things for our Leo friends. 8 of Swords. So reflecting on yourself, reflecting as to where you allowed yourself to be small, where you didn't allow yourself to see the path forward or to trust, where you had your eyes closed, where you were not trusting in the guidance that was there all along, right? Then all of a sudden, like, you open your eyes, you feel something, right? You get this download, whether it is in a dream or a yoga class. I'm always going to say that. We know this. A meditation, or just comes to you. That all of a sudden, like, Judgment and Temperance. 2 major arcanas, Judgment. This is the card before the last card in the major arcana. This is your break free moment. Like, I'm leaving my past behind. I'm leaving behind this version of myself who wasn't able to see. In the traditional Rider-Waite, you know, it's a woman standing there and there's 8 swords surrounding her and there's water in the background and she's got the blindfold on. And it can be construed as or understood as like a self-imposed restriction. So maybe there was some fear behind this. I don't get fear here, but there could be some reason why you decided, Leo, not to allow yourself to hold into your power and your strength. This is what's coming up. Because when we own our strength and our power, it can get a little scary, right? We can go like, oh, wait a minute, what? Who, me? Like, what? Me? No, not me. But yeah, you. This is the part of yourself you're leaving behind, Leo. This is the old life. And this is the new life. It is like as if she's in the water, right? Receiving her divine download, her divine guided path. And now, after she emerged, she's now emerging from the water. And look, even here, like her arms are across her chest. They are tied and tethered. And now she emerges. Her eyes are clear. She's got on her back her arrows. And Sagittarius, fire energy, right? And so she has now emerged from the water. And in that emergence, right? It's kind of cheesy to say a rebirthing. But in this case, it feels like that. Like you're leaving a past behind. You're leaving this past part of yourself behind, Leo. You're emerging into a new. Right? But you're taking your time. You're weighing everything out. Anxious and excited, but not rushing in too fast. Not yet, right? You're just kind of like weighing things out. Like, oh, wait, I came from this. And I'm moving into this. And this is brand new for me. So, yeah. I'm going to kind of take my time and lean into your Sagittarius friends. Although we are not the best ones to slow down. But we will surely guide you on your way, right? And help you out. Pull you out of that into the light a little bit more. So yeah, like finding your grounding, finding your footing. This is a huge, huge thing, Leo. I'm not sure if you really fully get this. Then you have the Knight of Swords. You start to get real clear. And the path right there. When you gain clarity, again, if another light here, as if this was like the headlight on the motorcycle. Illuminating the path in a small way, but trusting you're on the right path. Again, I am on the right path and divinely guided. Page of Swords. Four of Pentacles. finding new stability, finding a new grounding for yourself. And this is a spiritual grounding in here. It is moving away from what we were taught in society, as you know, and our thoughts, our logic, our education, our thoughts, they're all very important. But we also know that our thoughts can be the devil on our shoulder, and our mind can lead us in a bad direction. You're pulling out of that. You're reassessing with the Page of Swords how you're going to let your thoughts guide you. You're going to lead from intuition first and then lay the path with logic. You're setting out a new foundation for yourself, Leo. A brand new way of living your life in this world, of realizing that within the world there are many worlds and many ways to live, and you're starting to live from a freer place, from a place where it's a place of absolute knowing, a place of divine guidance, and not one that was wrapped in fear. Leo, that's your reading for December. It's a big deal for Leos. Let me know. Let me know how this resonates with you. Let me know what your revelations are, what you're breaking free from, as you emerge from the water. And again, if any of you want to go and take a picture of yourselves like this in the water, take that, send it out. Let me see that. Put it in the comments. I would love that for you. So that is your reading, Leo. I hope you have found some inspiration and a nice big exhale from life, right? So let's move on to our third and final fire sign, Sagittarius. Hello, Saggies. It is your season. Hello, happy birthday to our Saggy friends. And yeah. Sometimes, we feel like we wait a long time for our season, for our sign to come into its dominant place. And we are here, Sagittarius, and Mercury has finally stationed direct. It's out of here. Saturn is direct, and Saturn is, again, like I told Leo, right? It's the big old green light. It's like, yeah, go. Just go. Just do it. Just do it. Stop holding back, Sagittarius. You don't need to hold back anymore. But let's see. What do the cards hold for our Sagittarius friends in their own sign in the month of December, like while they're illuminated high in the sky, in astro sky, right? Collaboration brings more sweetness into my life and into the world. Collaboration. Look at all the honeybees. Right? All building together. It'd be interesting to see if you get the Three of Pentacles, which is another card of collaboration, right? But collaboration brings more sweetness into my life and into the world. So it's, like not hibernating and hiding out. Although Sagittarius, we know sometimes we just want to be alone, right? We kind of a little bored with the mundane and the foolishness of some people in this world. So yeah, I don't have time for that nonsense. I've got more important things to be philosophical about. So, being in community. That's why I love teaching yoga, because it is community based. And I never know who's going to come into my classes, and it's just always so great that everyone is in the same class, in the same practice, having their own unique experience, doing the same thing. Community. Okay, collaboration, community. So Sagittarius, what does the Tarot hold for you? Right away. Page of Cups. What does the Tarot hold for our Saggy friends in their element, while their sign is high in the sky, in their season, in this month of December? And again, this is going to take us, though, through Sagittarius season, through this summer solstice, and into Capricorn season. So I know I like to tell, this is Sagittarius season, and it is, but this reading will take us also into Capricorn season. And moving from the northern hemisphere from fall to winter, and in the southern hemisphere from spring to summer. And I always want to make sure I forget to say that a lot, but I do have friends in the southern hemisphere, so I want to make sure that they understand that, I do know that they are in the opposite, like the 180 degrees from us. I want to make sure I acknowledge them and their seasons. I'll take one more. Death. Okay, Sagittarius. Well, that is the root of your reading. All right. Well, let's just kill it off. We have the flaming arrow. What the hell, right? Okay, let's get there. Page of Cups. Queen of Swords. The Star. Interesting. Judgment, right? We just had this with Leo. 10 of Cups, 10 of Wands. You have 2 10s, Page of Cups. So let's sort this out. With the Death card and the Star card, there may be coming up shortly, or there may have been a dark time, or they're telling me dark night of the soul, but I don't think it's quite that deep, or a bit of a tower moment, or a little bit of a breakup, a shake-up. I don't think this is, I'm not getting the feeling, Sagittarius, that this has been a big thing. I think it's more of an awareness, or a spiritual awareness that has been shaken up in you, or something that has been brought to the surface that has been lying dormant within you, if that makes any sense. Page of Cups, right? Queen of Swords. So she is like clarity. She is getting really laser focused. Page of Cups, right? He's kind of like the dreamer. He's very intuitive. He's very light in his heart. A little dreamy sensation here. But I think we're gaining clarity on our dreams themselves. And when the Star comes up, it's like, yes, that clarity is the path forward and to the life that you've been wanting to create. We're getting rid of, or even destroying, for lack of a better term, the old way of doing things, or the things that are not working for us. We're just kind of using our arrow, probably flaming arrow, and burning off the past. Like, we're done. When we hit a point when we're done, like we're done, and that's it. And I think you're coming to that point, Sagittarius. You're getting this real direct download of clarity. And once that strikes, then all of a sudden, like that northern star lights itself up, then you have this breakthrough and you go, it's kind of like the doors thrust open and you come flying out all in flames, and you just like make your entrance. You're ready for this big, bold entrance out into the world with this new awareness, because you've burned off the stuff. You've burned off all the junk that's been holding you back. 10 of Cups, right? This is what we're working for. Emotional fulfillment, joy, happiness. You've gone through, at least, and I'm speaking from personal experience, like a long time. And things have felt very heavy. Things have felt very dark, like the clouds overhead. And you felt very suppressed for a long time. 10 of Wands. You're done burning yourself out, Sagittarius. You're working from a whole new dimension. You're going a lot smarter with the way you do things. Again, you've burnt yourself out to the point where, take a moment and sit back. Receive whatever universal information is out there. Because there's a globe in the trees, and she's got her looks like she's got her bicycle there, and there's a globe here in the trees. Like, where in the world, Sagittarius, are you going next? Where are you going? You're not complacent to be in any one place for too long. You're breaking free, right? You're getting really clear. And this is going to be like a, although there's no tower here, the star is here, the tower isn't, this might be a thunderbolt moment, or a lightning bolt moment, I should say, of inspiration. You've been playing with your dreams, and you've been really small, Sagittarius, with them. You've been playing with this and playing with that. All of a sudden, the night sky starts to light up. You go from this darkened cloud above you to clarity, to the night sky. All of a sudden, like, the stars start to appear, like, fully illuminated. You're breaking free, and all of a sudden, here you are. Here you are. The sky is open. The colors are vibrant. You have the rainbow, the family. You have everything here. Complete fulfillment in your life. Make sure you give gratitude, Sagittarius. Don't forget to give gratitude. Not only for the people and the collaboration that it took to get you to where you're going and where you're landing, but for the journey that you had to endure. Because if it were not for that journey, you wouldn't be having this moment here. You would still be underneath this cloud. There would be no breakthrough if you hadn't gone through the journey and recognized and trusted. This is making sense, Sagittarius. I think there's a deeper reading for Sagittarius, but we're going to conclude this here. Sagittarius, that is your reading for December. Everyone, fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, thank you so much for watching. If you have gotten anything out of this, please like. If you want to share this with a fellow or lady fire sign, share this off. Maybe subscribe to the channel or whatever it is, that little thing, the little bell thing, whatever that is. I don't know. What do I know, right? I don't know. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. I am doing tarot parties for the month of December. I'm only doing 8 of them, and my schedule is starting to book up. If you're interested, you need, let me see, I'm capping it off at 10 people, at 10 clients. Yeah, 10. It is $60 per person for a reading, and it's a mini reading. It is 3 cards, 1 question, and it's about a 20-minute reading. It's normally $75 for that, for a little mini reading. It is reduced for the party at $60. The host, whoever is hosting the party, the following week will get a full hour to an hour and a half reading, a full complete reading, and we will go into 2026 with a card of the month for each month of 2026. This is only good until December 31st. So if you have any questions, my contact information should be in the description box. But happy December, my fire signs. Until next time, always I send you light and love.